The first thing that you want to do is make sure that your hands are nice and clean. If you go ahead and push back your cuticles and kind of clean them off a little bit with like a mini buffer, then you can go ahead and start to shape them. Mine are a little bit on the shorter side right now, so I used a round shape. So I'm just going to clean up my nails really fast to perfect some of these because it's been a long week, you guys. Now, once I get my nails shaped, I personally like to take something that's going to dry my nails out a bit. Hang on, let me. Rubbing alcohol or a polish remover will be good for this. It helps to kind of clean up the extra dust that you just got done filing, but it also helps to dry your nails out to make sure that the polish sticks as best as possible. So let me go ahead and wipe my nails off with some rubbing alcohol and we'll be right back. We're going to move to foundation. Remember, this is the base coat that you can use on your nails to really make sure that you prevent staining from the color polish that you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on all 5 of my fingers. Just kind of placing it gently as close to my cuticle line as I can. Tapping it and dragging it. This is not mandatory, but you need to give your nails some time to actually dry. So I have a very simple battery operated nail polish dryer. It doesn't fit all my fingers in there, but it fits enough to kind of help speed up the process of the drying process, especially when you're talking about natural nail care. It doesn't have the fast drying chemicals, so it takes a little bit longer, so you need to be patient, okay? So we're going to go ahead and dry this hand. So once again, guys, in order to paint and do the marbling, we're going to feature Vulnerable, which is this color that I have on my thumb, and pinky especially. Beautiful color. Favored is the rich red that we're going to use with the marbling effect as well. And Unconditionally Loved, which is a milky white. Okay, you guys, so it doesn't really matter what order you paint your nails in. If you want all 5 of your fingers to be marbleized, and that's perfectly fine. You can do this technique with every single one of your fingers. But me personally, I like to have a couple accent nails. So my ring finger and my middle finger, this is what I like to use, and everything else I kind of do solid. It's totally up to you though. You can mix it up. There are no rules to nail art, which is what I love about it so much. It's a form of your personal self-expression. So if you are leaning more, you feeling more fiery, you can go this way. You know, you can go favored. You can be favored, you know. You can use this color. If you want to go a little bit more subtle, you can use the Milky Unconditionally Loved, or you can use the Vulnerable, okay? It really doesn't matter. Like I said, I chose to be vulnerable. That's just the stage of life that I'm in right now, but you can choose anything you'd like, okay? So next we're going to go ahead and get started with painting. I'm going to go ahead and match my right hand with my left hand. So I'm going to start with Vulnerable, and I'm going to paint my pinky, my index, and my thumb. Okay, you guys, so we've all been to the salon before, right? We know that the colored fingers get 2 coats of polish in order to show up solid. So that's what I'm gonna do with Vulnerable. Cap it. Keep the air out of your polish as much as you can. The more air that you let inside of your polish bottle, the thicker that it gets, okay? So again, I told you guys that I'm gonna do my ring and middle finger in Unconditionally Loved. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by milky white. I'm only gonna put one coat on there though, because I don't want it to be too bright. So I'm gonna take some of the polish off of the bottle. Hold on, let me zoom in for you guys. Okay. See how soft that is? Take off as much product as you need to. I really think that doing things on your own is really therapeutic. The last time that I was on the Rooted Woman site, I kind of compared painting nails as like a coloring book for adults, and that's exactly how I feel about it. So I'm gonna take my brush, since I got a little bit down here on accident, and I'm gonna take it out with my polish remover. Again, right there, okay? That's what I should have done with this one, but you live and you learn, right? All right. Now, since that's done, what does it say? Keep calm and polish on. Let's dry. Okay, you guys. It's time for my second coat of Vulnerable. Hope you guys are with me. On the fingers that you want to be predominantly solid, go ahead and put your second coat on now. So now is the marbling process, which is the most exciting part. Take your ramekin of water. Excuse my smudges, I've been practicing to get ready for this video. Okay, so you got your room temperature bottled water. Don't ask me why, that's just what they say, and it works, okay? So you're gonna take your room temperature bottled water, and for me, I'm gonna use Vulnerable and Favored, because they're kind of like the most solid contrasting colors in our actual marble, okay, design. So I'm gonna go ahead, and what you wanna do is wipe some of the polish off of half of the bottom, or half of the brush, and you wanna take the other half of the brush and like literally tap it on the surface of the water. You see what's happening? It starts to spread really evenly and well with the red, and since this is more of a natural polish, it's a little bit more subtle, but you do it as many times as you need to until you get the color or the shade that you need. All right, now I'm gonna add in the Vulnerable. And I think I wanna add in one more Favored, okay? Now you wanna move fast. Take your toothpick or your bobby pin or whatever and start to slice and dice and whatever you want to do with it. And then what you want to do is take the less dominant finger and literally dip it into the polish. See that? I know it's not so pretty. Let's take our other hand, since we got it and it's ready, let's dip it. And you've got the both of them, okay? Now, don't worry about your ramekin, because there's enough in here that when you actually get ready to get rid of it, it congeals, it clumps together, as you see here. And now it's a nice ball on the end of my Q-tip here, right? Okay, so with your fingers, I know it's a little bit messy. I don't have liquid latex, but according to the experts, you can use Elmer's glue if you'd like and paint around your nails, let it dry. That way, when you actually want to marble or do something like this, then you can just peel the glue off and you're set to go. I don't have that though. So I'm just going to use my polish remover and my brush and just do my best to go around my nails while wiping off the product as I go. Okay, so let me move this out the way. What I mean by that, okay, so you got your two fingers that you're trying to clean up. So you can put the polish remover on the brush, wipe it off, wipe it off. You understand? So your brush is clean. I wipes it off and wipe it off. Let's get this one because it's about to dry up. I can see it. Now, polish remover, and you can use also alcohol, is good for thinning out nail polish in order to remove it. It might take a little bit longer to remove it, but it will thin it out. But it has a very drying effect. So if you can see the crusties, all this right here, that's just a part of the drying effect of the polish remover because it has alcohol properties in it to help it dry faster. Don't worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on removing the polish as best as I can, and we'll be back with the finished look. All right, you guys, this is the result of the marble effect from dipping it into the ramekin. As you can see, the colors have swirled and incorporated themselves very randomly but beautifully. There is no wrong way of doing this type of look. It just depends on what colors you want to incorporate and how much of the pigments that you want to actually show. So all that is missing now with this manicure is the quintessential top coat entitled Covered. All right. We're going to put this on all 5 of our marbled, well, two of our marbled fingers. And the rest of the solid ones who have completely dried by now. Make sure that you drag the end of your brush along the tips to make sure to prevent premature chipping on the edges especially. So you're going to take it, you're going to glob the top coat on top, spread it all the way across, and go across the actual top. Completely covers everything. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. Marble and crystal effects rarely are perfect because real marble and crystal aren't perfect. But that's what makes them so special at the same time. All right, you guys, we are all finished. If you can see the finished product here. No, you can see this is the hand that I did off of camera, but this is the hand that I did on camera. The beautiful swirls and marbleizations. Get a close-up. Okay. I absolutely love this look. There is no wrong way of doing this because marble is imperfect perfection. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope to see you again. And once again, take care of yourselves.